How's it going, guys? As you can tell, we are not in the shop today. We're in North Carolina at Öhlins USA, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys along and giving you a bit of a tour showing you how they make their suspension components, and we're gonna check out the rest of their facility. All right, so as soon as you walk into the building, the very first thing you're greeted with is a bunch of cool motorcycles and toys, because these guys are obviously gearheads. And then right off of the lobby is this enormous classroom that they have. And that's because Öhlins is a very high quality suspension manufacturer, and they don't want just anybody tearing apart their coilover kits. They want to make sure that you have the right know-how and you take the right training courses so that everything performs properly. And when you come to this location, it's not just a video you watch for a training course. They actually have workstations where you can get your hands on the suspension components and practice the rebuilding technique, as well as familiarize yourself with tools that are exclusively available for their authorized dealers. Speaking of servicing your suspension, that's also something they offer here. So whether you have a warranty or you want to tweak your new suspension setup, you can mail it in and they'll get you taken care of. And that way you know that the work is getting done properly. Right next to their service center is their testing and development room with some pretty fancy equipment. Here's a shock dyno that they use to test all their suspension, and that's going to measure in inches per second at various velocities, giving you an output of the rebound and the compression of the suspension, making sure it's right for the application. Another essential piece of equipment at Öhlins is their vacuum oil filling machine, and that's going to pull a vacuum on the damper, allowing you to get all that old oil out, as well as refill it with 100% new oil that has no air in it, so the suspension can perform at its best. Over at this station is where they fill their suspension up with nitrogen, as well as make sure that it has the proper levels. And nitrogen plays a critical role in suspension because not only does it prevent cavitation, but that gas chamber allows some room for the oil to travel under compression and some room for it to expand during high heat environments. It seems like every time I turn around, there's a different piece of cool equipment popping up around here. And this machine is specifically for testing spring rates. So once you put the spring in this machine, it's gonna let you know the exact spring rate in newtons per millimeter. And that way you can confirm whether or not the spring is as advertised or if it's not. This room is where all the magic happens. They have a shake rig built into the ground, and once you roll your car on there, they attach accelerometers and various different sensors, and then they log all that information while they simulate road driving conditions. Once you have that information collected, you can get your car up on the lift here and make changes to the spring rates, the damping, or you can change the ride height, and then you get it back on the shake rig to see how those changes affected your car.
So we wanted to show our full catalog of what we have to offer at Öhlins. So you may be more familiar with us with our road and track systems for Subaru applications, or what we're really known for the world over is our motorcycle products. We also make a vast array of motorsports high-end premium products. We have motorsport automotive dampers. This is our TTX 36 solid piston damper that comes in a 2-way, 3-way, or 4-way adjustability. We've got a through shaft motorsport McPherson strut. So if you wanted the ultimate strut setup for your Subaru application, this would be the basis of that, this TTX 46. Coming down here to our TTX 40, this is a through shaft 4- or 5-way adjustable damper that really, you might see it at IndyCar, you might see it on a Porsche RSR or a BMW GT3 M6 application as an OE product for those vehicles. This is our exclusive damper this year for NASCAR Cup Series. So every NASCAR Cup Series car racing this year and for the following years is equipped with this 5-way adjustable TTR solid piston through shaft shock. So this has every piece of technology we could possibly offer NASCAR all equipped into one damper. It's a very impressive shock absorber. Then you might see a custom program like this that was developed in conjunction with Audi for their LMP car. So this is a little 2-way, one-off damper that you would see at that high level of Le Mans racing. And then even coming back to our Adventure series. So this damper is for a Toyota Hilux. So it has three-way adjustability. It's a full coilover setup for a lifted Hilux, very similar to a Toyota Tacoma, which should maybe in the future here. So a little hint there, but we're growing our light truck line, and this is a really good example of the technology we have to offer there. And then, believe it or not, we have a full line of mountain bike products. So last year we won the world championship in downhill, in the UCI Downhill Cup. So this is an enduro fork off of a professional enduro rider. And then this is the rear shock absorber that uses the same TTX technology found in our motorcycle and automotive high-end motorsport products. So we use the same technology across our entire catalog of product. It's what we're known for, and just going to give you an example of what we have to offer.
All right guys, that pretty much does it for our tour of Öhlins USA. I hope you guys like coming along and seeing all the cool technology they have, as well as their development process for their suspension kits. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty convinced, and I'd love to have a set of Öhlins on my car, so that's definitely gonna be something I add to my bucket list. And if you guys like these types of videos, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try and do more shop tours for you guys as well. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.